This is Alex, and he's got a huge problem. See, Alex games a lot, often queuing up with the boys on Summoner's Rift late into the night, hitting dingers in CS, or just chatting with his friends on Discord. He's used Discord since he was a cub, and made many of his friends today through the app. But suddenly, news breaks about Discord getting hacked. Alex's heart sinks. He remembers fooling around with the age verification features when he was younger and downloaded the app, claiming he was born on the 1st of January. In 1923, his account was suspended, and he had no other choice but to submit his ID, a driver's license at the time, for verification. This happened a couple of years ago, and Alex hoped that he wouldn't be affected by the hack just a few weeks back. But then, his life started to change. Alex wakes up to a flurry of notifications. Not from his boys blowing up his inbox with brain rot, but from random strangers, numbers, emails, profiles that he's never seen before. First, a call from an unknown number claiming that there's a problem with his BedX delivery, but he hasn't ordered anything. Next, his inbox starts receiving suspicious emails, some pretending to be from Discord, others claiming to be from companies he's never heard of, all asking him to verify his identity or click this link to secure his account. But see, Alex is a sharp lad. Growing up with the internet teaches you these things fast, and it was clear that all these were scams. He blocks, reports, and ignores. But he gets a text from his bank, sending an OTP that he never requested. Alex feels a pit in his stomach. This was no longer a game, and his worst fears were realized as news broke that a number of digital IDs were leaked as part of the Discord hack. Suddenly, Alex's safe haven is gone. His legal ID is out there, and there's nothing he can do. This is the Discord hack explained. But for our older friends, what exactly is Discord? It's a messaging app and social media platform rolled into one. With an easy-to-use interface, loads of integrations, and free-to-use model, it's no wonder that Discord is one of the most popular apps of our time. Initially starting out as a gaming-focused app, its appeal broadened and reached the mainstream, with artists, students, musicians, and even teachers creating their own servers to upload notes or just chat with their classes. For Alex and many others, Discord is much more than just your average app. Especially during the COVID-19 pandemic, Discord served as a social lifeline for hundreds of thousands of young monkeys cooped up at home. It's where Alex made most of his friends and built genuine connections. And with Discord's rise to mainstream fame came a simple expectation: that the personal info of millions of monkeys would be protected or encrypted at the very least. But as Alex is about to find out, sometimes that trust is misplaced. So what exactly got out in the Discord hack? Discord claims that the breach did not hit main servers, but instead targeted a third-party company that handled customer support. In other words, the help desk for when you get locked out or need to prove you're not an 18-year-old cub posing as a 102-year-old centenarian. This help desk was supposed to keep things safe. They failed. According to Discord, around 70,000 monkeys had their government IDs leaked. It doesn't sound that bad on paper, but hold up. Remember that this means things like driver's licenses, passports, military identification were exposed. These weren't just usernames or profile pics. We're talking about the real deal. Full legal names, emails, partial credit card info, IP addresses, and even the messages you sent to customer support. Basically, everything you'd hand over to prove you, could now be floating around in cyberspace. Discord again claims no full credit card numbers, passwords, or your regular chat messages were leaked, just what you shared with support. But here's the kicker. The hackers allege that this number is way higher, boasting about stealing over 2 million ID photos and data from up to 5.5 million users. Discord calls this an exaggeration, but when your face and legal name are out there, does the number really matter? But hold on to your nitro, it gets worse. Some hackers are now selling databases with billions of Discord messages, user info, and even voice session logs on shady forums. While some of that data might be public, the fact that it's being packaged and sold is a privacy nightmare. Alex is one of those unfortunate victims suddenly waking up to a horrifying reality where every message, email, or notification could be from someone trying to steal his identity, or worse. But is it really that bad? What can hackers actually do with your ID? As it turns out, a lot. See, when Alex handed over his ID, he's not just proving his age, he basically handed over his entire identity to Discord. Alex's full legal name, his face, his government ID number, and maybe even his address were all on that ID he uploaded. And after the hack, all that info is up for grabs. Imagine what someone who really wanted to hurt him could do. They could open bank accounts in his name, take loans that are never repaid, or even commit crimes and leave copies of his PII at the scene. But the worst part? Unlike a password, Alex can't just change his face or birth date. He's at the mercy of the internet. But some politicians think otherwise and are very quick to point out the benefits of using digital ID. For companies, digital IDs make age verification easy and help them comply with laws meant to protect kids and keep out predators and criminals from spaces where the vulnerable hang out. In theory, it could mean safer spaces, less harassment, and a way to hold actual bad actors accountable. And for the handful of communities dealing with real problems, this could make a difference. But hold on, isn't this a massive privacy risk? And also, kinda dystopian? Imagine more websites and apps requiring you to hand over your most sensitive, private information just so you can use their app. That's far too much risk. And just like what happened in Discord's case, one hack and thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of monkeys will be put at risk. Next, digital ID requirements also punish the vast majority of normal law-abiding monkeys just to catch a tiny minority of criminals and ne'er-do-wells. It's like making everyone strip down before leaving a convenience store just to make sure they're not stealing anything. The result? Millions of regular monkeys lose their privacy just so a handful of bad actors might get caught. And let's not forget, companies love to talk about security. But when things go wrong, remember that they rarely get held accountable. Most of the time, it's just a canned apology, maybe a free month of nitro, and a promise to do better. Meanwhile, Alex is left cleaning up the mess. What's worrying about this is that despite the clear invasion of privacy, universal punishment of internet use, and not to mention lack of accountability from corporations, many companies and governments around the world are adopting digital ID like it's the next big thing. Take the French forest, for example. Right now, you don't need a digital ID to get online. Yet. But the conversation is shifting. Lawmaker monkeys and big tech companies are pushing for digital IDs to become the new normal, not just for age-restricted sites, but for social media, gaming, and who knows what else. They claim it's about safety, about keeping kids away from danger and making the internet a friendlier place. But at what cost? Is it really worth going down this slippery slope? Look at Panda's jungle in the East, where you can't even post a meme or join a group chat without tying your real identity to your account. Or the EU jungles, where digital identity wallets are being rolled out for everything from banking to booking a doctor's appointment. Monkey is tired of this bullshit. The line between protection and surveillance is getting blurrier by the day. But the worst is this. Do you truly believe that once companies get a taste for this kind of data, they'll willingly give it up for our privacy? Once the genie's out of the bottle, there's no going back. So while politicians and companies tout the benefits, it's regular monkeys like Alex who pay the price when things go wrong. So what now? While things do seem bleak, it's not over yet. There's a few things we can do right now to protect ourselves from these online risks. First, always be suspicious of anything that seems off. Random DMs, emails asking for your info, or urgent messages from support. If someone's promising you free items or threatening to delete your account unless you click a sketchy link, it's probably a scam. Don't take the bait. Change your passwords regularly. Yes, it's annoying, but it's way better than waking up to find your account hijacked. And finally, never share your personal data with anyone you don't absolutely trust. Not your birthday, not your address, not your real name. And finally, be picky about the apps and platforms you use. If they require a digital ID just to sign up, think twice. The more places your sensitive info lives, the more chances it can be leaked. And finally, remember, you have the right to say no. You don't owe anyone your data. Not a company, not a stranger, not even your favorite Discord server. But what if you're already at risk? What if, like Alex, you're worried that every random text, message, or phone call could be from a scammer out to get your bananas? Or worse, how did these shady characters even get your information in the first place? 2 words: data brokers. In the digital age, your information is worth more than you think. Everyone, from marketers trying to sell you tennis shoes to healthcare companies eager to decode your deepest medical fears, will gladly pay for your personal data. And data brokers, they want to know literally everything about you. Like a peeping Tom or creepy stalker almost. Everything from your financial information, your religious beliefs, and even the names of your friends and family. Our data has become a commodity, bought and sold to the highest bidder. And let's be real. Once your data is out there, it can feel time-consuming, frustrating, and painful to claw it back yourself. Thankfully, you don't have to. This is a job for a professional, and the kind folks at Incogni have got you covered. Why allow your personal data to float around on the internet where anyone can do whatever they want with it? The folks at Incogni have been in the cleaning business for a while now and know how to get your data off the web. Once you sign up, Incogni's cleaners will pay a visit to these brokers and kindly request them to remove your data. And should they refuse, well, they'll gently persuade these brokers of the error of their ways, leveraging on local laws and rights to make sure your personal data stays private. And with Incogni Unlimited's custom removal, you can even request takedowns from specific sites and brokers that matter most to you on top of automated removals. So if you want to start reclaiming your own privacy at a huge discount right now, click the link in the description or go to incogni.com/monkey explains and try it for yourself. And if you're not satisfied, they've got a 30-day banana back guarantee. Thank you, Incogni, for sponsoring this video. Before we wrap up, always remember, tools help, but we need to understand what's happening behind the scenes. Seeing how our data is collected, bundled, and passed around is the first step to staying in control of our privacy. So if any monkeys are confused, just remember that this is a simple explainer about the Discord hack and what it represents about the broader risks of digital ID adoption. Please do not sue Monkey, and many thanks to the Banana Republic for generously bankrolling and funding these videos. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.